Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Tech Frenzy. In today's video, we are going to be covering news as it's coming live, okay? That's 30 minutes from now. Okay, so keep that in mind. Inclusion comes at 5:15. I'll have the S&P account up. Make sure that if it is released early or something along these lines, that we find out that immediately, but usually it's right on time. So we won't have to really worry too much about that. Either way, we have two different indexes and two different companies that we're following. And actually, I'm also holding another company that could have potential inclusion, which is the Trade Desk. Okay, ticker symbol TTD. AppLovin is also a potential to get in. You know, whether Viva Systems or anything like this, maybe these ones are also on the list as well. But I mean, for me, it's Robinhood, it's the Trade Desk. Potentially, AppLovin's a strong choice as well. And then for the S&P 400, SoFi, ladies and gentlemen, that is the hope. Now, reasons for why these companies would not get in. One, I've heard from some people that SoFi, even though this doesn't really make sense to me, but very smart people have told me this, that they don't want to get immediately into the S&P 400 because they don't like to put you into the 400 and then remove you within just a few quarters if you are growing very fast, and then look to acquire you into the 500, because the S&P 400 is really looking for companies that are capped at $20 billion. Okay. Not that they won't grow into that, but then, you're kind of looking to get included into a larger index. You're no longer a mid-cap company. So, that is sort of the equation, that if SoFi is potentially at a fair value that's much higher than the current share price itself, then maybe it's looking for its bigger brother index, the S&P 500. I don't know how much I believe in all this. It's, I'm not really buying into it completely, but hopefully we get into the S&P 400. That would be good for the stock. Robinhood gets into the S&P 500. That would be great for the stock. And it seems like Robinhood has already started to jump on expectations that we are going to get in. Let me show you guys why, okay? In the last 3 months of covering this stock, the stock is up 72%. 72 freaking percent. In the last month, 53%. Okay? Just in the last 3 months. Guys, if you have been following me on this Robinhood trade, we've made an absolute fortune. Okay. So congratulations to the people who have bet on Vlad Tenev and team. I mean, they're all absolutely hardworking. You can see it directly in the numbers. However, let me be a little bit critical here. If I go ahead, I'm going to bring up their most recent financial data, which is their May data, which we only have some color on right now. We're going to get full clarity on the May trading data in about a week or so. Okay. That said, we still know roughly that they've beaten all-time highs in equities. They've crushed on options, but crypto, although it has grown month over month, is still not quite comparative. Let me show you what this sort of looks like. Now, assuming, and I'll just show you all my assumptions that are made here. Let me go to Robinhood's monthly data, so then we can compare the two. February, where is May's thing? Do I have to go to their newsroom? Here, one sec. I should have had this up earlier, but I didn't. That's on me, I guess. I don't even remember where I put this thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll find it later. Anyway, so essentially, whenever we go in, we have Robinhood's monthly trading data. Now, this is the color that they've given us, okay? You can see under the, here, that the amount of equity that's been traded, they've put it in a percentage beating month over month. Well, if you actually look at those equations, roughly about $173.6 billion in equities, 175.9 million options contracts traded, and then 11.18 billion of crypto volume traded. Now, 11 billion historically has been high. Okay, if you compare it to the months of 2024, I mean, it looks pretty good comparatively. But in the most recent, like Q4 of 2024 and Q1 of 2025, we have seen spectacular numbers, $35 billion of crypto traded. And now to put up numbers like 8 and 11 billion, it's just not quite the same feeling. So really, whenever we're looking at Q2, we are putting depressing numbers up versus what we saw in the last quarter. Okay. Now, does that mean that we're going to, oh, wait, sorry, I'm getting called. Steven, I'm live. Steven?
Yo.
I'm live right now. What's up?
Oh, you're live?
Yes, I'm live.
I was going to say, we need to discuss NVIDIA.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Right now, I'm getting ready for Robinhood's inclusion into the S&P 500 and potentially even the stock that you're shorting the most, SoFi, getting into the S&P 400.
SoFi's not getting into the S&P 400. Stop it.
Why?
Because it's not.
Okay, well, do you think that there's a better name that's going to get included that's at their market cap growing as fast as they are, replacing regional banks that might be mid caps as well? Because that's what I'm seeing.
SoFi's not replacing any regional banks. One. Two, I don't really follow mid caps. So off the top of my head, I can't think of another company.
So it's just your opinion.
It is just an opinion. I would be shocked. But I hope Robinhood gets into the S&P 500.
Yeah. No, I agree. But do you know that Grok, I put it into Grok. I said, what's the chance that, well, sorry, I didn't put it into Grok. Jacob JCW, put it into Grok. And Grok says there's an 80% chance that we get in.
On which one?
SoFi.
All right, I guess.
I don't think it's doing that much math here, but yeah.
I guess. I hope, look, so many people own Robinhood in retail. I wanted to get in for retail. I'm not a shareholder, but I would love nothing more than Robinhood to get in the S&P 500.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Okay, so I want to get back. I was just in a discussion about Robinhood and SoFi, but I definitely want to talk NVIDIA soon. Maybe we can do something tonight or something. Or no. That I got the SoFi Weekly.
Yeah, we'll do it tonight because it's not SoFi Weekly. It's Anything Goes Weekly because SoFi won't let you call it SoFi Weekly.
Okay.
I mean, is that not the truth?
That is not the truth. It was more of a Robinhood thing.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could come on for sure. We can talk some NVIDIA.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
NVIDIA is the biggest opportunity right now.
I agree. That's why it's my largest position.
Yeah, it is the best opportunity right now. It is so undervalued. It is disgusting. And I think everybody is missing critical things from Q1. So
you wrote a really good
laundry list.
You wrote a really good article on Seeking Alpha.
You actually read it?
I read the first half of it.
Oh, the second half is where you're going to love it because I actually discussed the tech on the second half.
All right. Doing a little qualitative analysis.
Yeah, the second half will blow your mind with what they are doing on the sovereign front, on the server front, on the enterprise front. I mean, you probably know most of it, but it is game, set, match, and they have created a prisoner's dilemma across all scales. It's incredible.
Yeah. No, I agree. Now, let me get back to this. All right. Well, I've got 15 more minutes or so.
Fun.
Thanks, brother.
Have fun, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll call you later. Bye. All right. I actually love Steve. I love Steve. But whenever he has something on his mind, he doesn't want to talk about anything else. But I love Steve. Okay. Now, going back to Robinhood. We're going to keep it on topic. with the ADHD brain that I have to stay focused here. The run-up that we've seen of 71% over the last 3 months does not indicate, in my opinion, that people are looking at the trading data. And I'll show you why. Yes, we're breaking all-time highs for equities. Yes, we're breaking all-time highs for options trading volume. No, we're not breaking all-time highs for crypto. Okay? Two out of the 3 are breaking highs. This sounds absolutely fantastic. All right? If we go back and take a look at what this means for total trading volume. Now, the way I'm calculating this is I'm taking the average of the 2 quarters and assuming that we land somewhere in the middle for the 3rd month. Okay, so averaging them out and then multiplying them across the 3 months. That means that showing off the amounts that we've already seen, equities would land us at about $500 billion of volume. Options contracts traded 515, and crypto notional volume nearly 30. Okay, if you compare it to recent quarters, you can see for equities, for options, sky high, breaking limits right here. So that would be this line, and this line. Okay. On top of that, I'm also putting an assumed take rate. Equities, I expect they will actually be charging more. Options staying flat. And then crypto notional volume continuing to climb, because this has been climbing forever, which is like one of the biggest bull cases for SoFi, or sorry, for Robinhood. If you take a look back at like whenever they first introduced crypto, and actually it's been around since like 2018 or so, but we didn't have data back then. Okay, so whenever it started, we were doing about 0.1%. Okay, now that has more than 5x'd to 0.55%. So each and every dollar that is traded on Robinhood's platform, they're taking 5x what they were just a few years ago. That's going to continue to climb. I actually think the end goal here is to get that to 1%. Okay. And then they're going to go back in for Robinhood Gold users and then discount it once again. So they're going to run it up, discount it, and then that'll be a reason to cross-sell Bitstamp users and WonderFi users, their 2 most recent acquisitions that are pure play crypto names, to get onto Robinhood Gold, which then cross-sells into all the other products that they already have. All right? That being said, let's continue on. Whenever we take a look at their overall revenue. Now, these are just quick assumptions. We don't have all the data. I don't have June yet. Like, this is just what we're going off of May and averaged out for the next month. What we end up seeing, clicked the wrong button. What we end up seeing is that options revenue, all-time high once again, 247 million. Equities, all-time high, 75 million. That's awesome. Crypto, 169 million. Not an all-time high comparatively to 2 quarters ago when we got 358 million. So what does that mean across the board? Well, if we take a look at, where did I put it? If we take a look right here, net transaction revenue, and we look across what that means, the last 3 quarters stick out, okay? But they're going down. And it's not because the blue lines, which is options, it's not because the gray lines, the gray boxes, they're getting larger. Other transactional revenue is getting larger, but crypto made up for such a large portion of Q4 2024 revenue that it's still impacting the total business. This sucks, okay? So if this is going down, that means that the stock is trading purely, or at least a high majority, on S&P 500 inclusion, which, by the way, guys, is in 15 minutes. 15 minutes left until S&P 500 inclusion. Let me just make sure we have a banner here. 5:15 p.m. EST for S&P 500 announcements. Oh, okay. Get a poll up. I like that idea. Let's go. We'll do actually 2 polls, and then I will get you guys for what do you guys think about Robinhood getting in, and then what do you guys think about SoFi getting in? We learned both of them at the same time. So this will be a lot of fun. I hope, like, hopefully you guys are jacked up. I'm super excited. Here, wait, let's start a poll. Does Robinhood get into the S&P Standard & Poor's 500 index today? Let's go. Run up that poll. Let me see some no's, some yeses. There is other contenders. I mean, for the spot. I mean, I know that we are investors in Robinhood, but we also have to be realistic. We're not the only company that's eligible or even fast growing. I think the problem that we're going to see is that if you take a look at here, let's see if I can find something. S&P 500 index sector diversification. If you take a look at the diversification, finance is a pretty large sector compared to tech. And now tech has been growing. The weightings in have been growing, okay, which is nice. But it still has a long way to. What was that? Yeah, well, hopefully they remove William Sonoma and put Robinhood in. Did you guys hear me during that thing, or did it even... That was weird. Okay. Lag. Okay, no problem. Either way, if they take out the S&P 500, I would love that. I'd freaking love that. But yeah, so finance, because of their weighting, I am concerned that Robinhood, in order to get in, will need to remove a finance company, which is still fine. I mean, there's a lot of banks. Okay, no problem. Finance is bloated. Hood should be $20 and SoFi 10. I mean, the numbers just don't add up for you there. Like, whenever companies are growing triple digits and have rule of 40s of 111% and are just going after so many different markets and really taking markets from every single one, there's no other way to price that company other than expensive. So look at like Spotify or Shopify is a really good example. They were taking market share from every single one of their competitors. Their moat was really their speed in terms of innovation. And Robinhood, you definitely see all the signs of that same similar execution. Okay, like the fast speed of putting out more products and products that customers really like from an NPS score perspective, they score higher in user satisfaction than other platforms. I think that that's important. If people are more satisfied, that means that they won't leave. Like, I love SoFi, but if you are a very dedicated investor, you are not leaving Robinhood to go back to SoFi. Okay, customers can be won over on a brokerage perspective away from SoFi and go to Hood, but SoFi is not winning users away from Hood to go to SoFi. It's a one-way street. Okay, and from what we heard from management is that they're actually doing that from every single customer's or every single competitor's perspective. They are a one-way street for every single name. eToro, Tasty Trades, Charles Schwab, Public, SoFi, all of them. Fidelity, the big names too, right? They see more ACATs inbound than outbound. Okay. Elliot says, I can feel it in my bones. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised, but also I saw this post online. I actually thought it was really good. They said, this is the way that I'm going to play the S&P 500 inclusion. One, we get in. Stock raises above 10%. Let's hope. Maybe it's less than that. Maybe it's a 6% rise. I mean, it's risen so much into this day that it seems like maybe someone knows something. 71% over the last month. Whenever in that month we haven't seen too many things that I think would change people's perspectives. Crypto volumes are staying still depressed. I mean, overall, like the prices of those crypto coins are different than the actual volume, which is bad, right? It is good for governments and institutions to be buying crypto, but in order for Robinhood to make money, retail has to buy it as well. So yeah, I want to see real fundamental improvements that underlie the stock going up as well. I think that the market is shifting its perspective, though. People can actually see that even whenever the market is not doing as favorably as it was previously, that whenever it is favorable, the amount of customers are already on Robinhood. Now, the type of trade that I think is important is that if this does run up whenever we get into the S&P 500, you can choose to sell. I'm personally not going to. I think that this is like a generational play. I'm not betting just on Robinhood. I'm betting on Vlad. You know, I'm betting on a very young entrepreneur that seemingly does not give up, makes mistakes, fights harder. Okay. And we have 20 plus more years, 30 plus more years of watching this man develop and make more products. Now, as an investor, the great thing is that I get to make money on other people's work, right? I just have to pick the right ones. But he seems like the guy that I really, really want to bet on. I mean, so not to sort of promote the same sort of philosophy that Amit approaches companies with exclusively. Now, I do agree with a lot of the things that, that he does say, but in Data-Driven Investing's post, he was worried about the gold card being sort of a Fugazi sort of approach where he's saying, hey, don't hold your breath for getting this card anytime soon. They're going to have massive wait lists, and that's also just to get you onto the system. I think that that's not true. I think the thing that people need to realize is that SoFi is giving out these cards actually at a fast rate. I know that's hard to imagine, but there's just not another credit card company that's had this level of demand. So it seems slow, but they still need to do the same similar process that regular credit cards can do, right? And remember, these are debt products with like algorithms of understanding the types of customers that pay you back and actually make you lots of money. These take time to actually learn your customer base, right? You can't speed up this process faster. And DDI understands that 100%, okay? But the fact that they have 3 million waitlisted users is not Robinhood's problem, okay? They didn't create that demand. They put out a product and said, this is what we're doing. You can come here or not. 0 advertising dollars going out for this gold card. It's all inbound, word of mouth, extreme virality. I mean, Sam Altman's posted about it, Mark Cuban, all these guys that have like wanted this card or whatever, and they got it, which was actually smart. I mean, the easiest virality that they did was send those people the cards first. But Vlad Tenev actually responded and said, hey, this card actually is not just going to lose money on its own. It's not a loss leader. And remember that we have high reserves because of the historical X1 card. This is not a brand new card. We bought a credit card company, okay? But we are building the gold card to be standalone profitable product and like what we are seeing so far. We have been accelerating the rollout and are looking forward to accelerating it further. So they are doing things, but they're not going to bankrupt themselves or get themselves in a sticky situation because people have not gotten their credit card fast enough. They need to make sure that the decisions that they're making are right for them. Okay. And that means picking a variety of different FICO scores and a variety of different income spectrums. So then they can sort of see what works for them best. All right. And obviously DDI has responded to this, retweeted it, everything like this, because direct CEO response is something that's amazing, and didn't go after any of the comments that DDI said about don't hold your breath about getting it anytime soon. He doesn't say anything like that. Just here's the facts. we have a certain level of reserves because we had an existing credit card business, but we're going as fast as we can. Paul says, I buy Hood in the 50s all day long. Well, do we get there if we do not see S&P 500 inclusion? See, that's another thing. The way to play this is one of two ways. And by the way, we're 5 minutes away here. Okay. Either it gets in, we go up, you can take your profits, or you can continue to hold. You now have a new base layer of shares that are just not going to go away. They're indexed by the largest like index in the world, or yeah. And then if it doesn't get in, there'll probably be a large dip, but Robinhood will get in eventually. So maybe they get in next quarter. Who knows? So it might be an easy dip to purchase if you think that they are going to still continue to grow and do all these things, which I absolutely am a big believer in. On SoFi's side, I think there's a less chance that they get in, but still there's real opportunity that they could get in. And if we get a double whammy here, I mean, it doesn't mean that they have to pick one company as well. The S&P 500 doesn't just, one very specific company is going to get rebalanced. I mean, we could see Robinhood, the Trade Desk, and AppLovin get in if they end up deciding that and kicking out 3 businesses. So I'm very excited to see that as well. Like maybe the Trade Desk and Robinhood get in, and I'm happy across the board. That would be fun. Okay. Whew. Let's get ready. I got to make sure that I'm on the right thing. I'm on news and announcements. Which it was showing off earlier. Okay. Okay, let's fricking go. I've got the right thing. We're in the right area, and I'm going to be refreshing like crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, a few more minutes to go. Screw AppLovin, that's a meme stock? I don't think so at all. They're an advertising giant. They're growing like crazy. Nothing memey about it. That's like Carvana. I think some people for a while have thought that was a meme style company, and so they've disregarded it since, which, by the way, they are a candidate to get into the S&P 500 as well. If you actually look at their growth, they have been growing quite well over the last little bit. Am I invested in space stocks? I was sitting talking with Matt Money for a few hours last night. I think that I need exposure. I was talking with Chris and Matt, and I sort of said, it's hard for me to envision the needs of these sort of space companies because, like, I have fiber optics to my house. My internet's like 3 gigabits a second. Space or Starlink just looks extremely slow to me. Obviously, in rural areas, that's not the case. It's quite fast, but just from my perspective, it just seems not needed. But yeah, I mean, they put up some compelling arguments. If there's a big natural disaster and wipes out all the current existing infrastructure, Starlink is on during the entire time. I mean, it's pretty freaking interesting. Yeah, wait until every car is connected, cruise, plane. I'm aware. I see the opportunity there for sure. Tanner, what's your sound maker? If I got no sound, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. That's my sound maker. Okay, guys, we are 60 seconds. Oh no! I think they're down right now. Look at this. Come on. What do you mean you'll be back soon? What are we talking about? I think there's so many people watching right now. I'm going to make sure I have X on as well, just to make sure that people if they do have access onto the site. That yeah, it is down. That's crazy. Let's see if they get back up here. I also have the stock too right now. We're following that. Okay, it's 5:15. Robinhood stock is down in the after hours. It looks like potentially they didn't get in. Down 3%. Just on the minute. Let's see, though. I'm not going to freak out until I know which companies did get in and which didn't. This thing is struggling to get onto this website. Oh. Green candles coming. No way. Are we in? What is going on? I'm trying to refresh. It still says that it's down. It is. It's included into the S&P 500. Let's fucking go. I'm sorry, guys. Man, that's awesome. They are in. They got in. I have confirmation. Now we got to find out about SoFi. Now we have to find out about SoFi. Let's see what that stock is up to. Trading flat. All right. Well, that's not the worst sign. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Look, you want to see the S&P 500's website right now? What? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. The website will be back on soon. But I did get confirmation. They are in. Sorry for swearing. I apologize. I got excited. Eric, it's not about the S&P 500. We're talking about the S&P 400 for SoFi. There's a mid-cap index that Standard & Poor's also has that's worked. Hang on a second. Hold on. Okay, Shea Ballure literally tweeted out, this is the... Hang on a second. This guy tweeted out that they got in officially, and now I don't see his tweet. Dude, I'm going to be sick. Shay, man. Come on. And the website's down supposedly for everyone. Dude, now I'm ripping my hair out. No tweet to be found. I'm going to tweet at him. I just celebrated. Got into the S&P 500. And no one has access to the site right now. I tweeted at him. We can't look at the S&P 400 either. It's all from the same company, guys. This is all I'm seeing. And I'm refreshing it, and nothing. And I'm looking on X, and everyone's having the same problem. Yeah, it's because I was a potty mouth. I think that's what it was. Dude, I'm sick to my stomach right now. Ugh. No one knows yet. No one knows. A stock price, but this is interesting though. You can see the stock price fluctuating between what people thought was a negative $71 and then positive $78 a share from 74 in very, very quick succession here. I tweeted at Shay. I mean, that was the craziest false flag I've ever seen. Well, I mean, 71 or 74, that was, I don't know if you want to call that algorithmic or whatever, but like that was in the first 30 seconds of people knowing one candle. Let's see once they actually do get in what I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Oh, it seems like I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one that saw it. I should have just shared my screen because now, you know, I was duped. The market is a complete. Here, let's also check the other names. AppLovin, relatively flat. Let's check TTD. They're at 0%. Let's check. Here, hold on. I'll bring my screen up. Let's check Carvana. That was another one. They're flat. Yeah. No one knows. No one knows. AppLovin, 141 million market cap. Yeah, AppLovin probably gets in as well. Robinhood was the one that took the big swing. But you know what's crazy? Like, you're not seeing these swings on any of the other names. I mean, this is quite the swing for AppLovin, but none of the other ones. I wonder if Shay literally Shay is apologizing. It's all right. We still love Shay. Everyone is refreshing right now. Everyone's down on the site. Oh. Are we back? Are we back, ladies and gentlemen? Hang on. Well, this is new. This is interesting. I don't really like the update that they did with the website. It's not my favorite. What? The Standard and Global, man. It seems like the news is coming in, though, because the stocks are flying. Robinhood's at $80. I think the site is coming back up online. Robinhood's up 7, up 8. I don't know if this is another pump fake, ladies and gentlemen. It seems right. AppLovin's down 4%. Robinhood's up 5. It seems like people got enough information on the website, and we're back offline. Oh man, I don't know what's real. I don't know what is real. Oh my gosh. I can't see anyone with the report yet to actually say that it's online yet. Robinhood up 4, AppLovin down 4. That all the second that it came back online doesn't seem like a coincidence, but we are back offline again. They need to get their freaking website under control. I'm shorting S&P Global. This is unbelievable. I'm kidding. I'll never short anything. But now Robinhood's up 2 and AppLovin's down 2. We were up 8, down 8. Oh my gosh. Everything else remains flat. Robinhood, man, what's going on? What is this? What are the algorithms that, like, the second the website's back up, they're pumping the stock? I want to know, guys. Come on. SoFi is remaining as flat. Carvana seeing massive pumps down and then right back. Wow, though, the volume on these names for today is crazy. It's actually mind-blowing. Ask ChatGPT. If the markets don't know, if the suits don't know, ChatGPT knows nothing. Oh, come on. Okay, Wall Street Engine just tweeted this. I'm not even going to believe it. This is another very good source. But it literally was verbatim the exact tweet that Shay tweeted with this picture and everything. So I'm not sure yet. But we broke 80, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, if we get in, we could see new all-time highs. I know it doesn't, it already feels like all-time highs, but it's actually not. I think it spiked up to $85 during like the SPAC mania. I mean, we are climbing now. I wonder if this is based on the tweets. I can't think that it would be. I mean, this is millions and millions of dollars changing hands. Oh my gosh. And the website for me is still, it's gone. Guys, the investing community has grown. Like on S&P index day, we're seeing so much traffic, so much. Oh, Bloomberg said it. If Bloomberg said it, I'm happy. If Bloomberg said it, we're happy, ladies and gentlemen. Stock Talk said Robinhood has been added to the S&P500. Oh, man. I want to tweet this out, but I also don't want to join the mania. I want to see confirmation. If Bloomberg said it, I mean, that's probably it. Oh, man. Jeez. Okay, so SoFi doesn't look like it got in. Website's still down. People are tweeting that. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that this is it. We're climbing up. Real money is putting in. They're defending the selling off. The website is back online. We're here. But the website is slow. It's terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Absolutely congratulations. This is so freaking exciting. I'm over the moon. Onwards and upwards. It's going to be fun. I guess the next one is the NASDAQ 100. That'll be a long fight to get in there. But this adds, a lot of credibility to Robinhood's own business. This helps with, them as a business in terms of getting capital or these sort of things. More trusted business, obviously, you can get better rates. It helps with the stock price, seeing higher highs because we have more passive investors that purchase the company. And it also means that during large sell-offs, there's a large percent of people who are buying this company indexed through the S&P 500 who are not selling on downturns. So this will be just the one pump, people getting excited to buy the index. And it doesn't matter what price it is. It could be 200 tomorrow. Okay. June 20th is whenever the actual index is buy. So this is just the announcement. The rebalance comes in June. And whenever that happens, we see about a... Why are we seeing red candles? I'm just going to guess that that's just regular market movements. Whenever that happens, sorry, June 20th. Whenever June 20th happens, there will be actual purchases of this through Standard & Poor's, and then all of the indexes that follow the S&P 500. All of the institutions that have the S&P 500 within their funds. There's trillions of dollars that follow the S&P 500. And now this is another cog in that. Okay. As the S&P 500 changes its weighting to be more in line with Robinhood, then that'll also change it. We'll have to grow into that, but that's extremely exciting. I still can't get anywhere on their website. It's up for me, but I'm trying to click through and it's just not working. It's so sad. Okay. Until, yeah, I don't think SoFi got in, that's for sure. Still pretty flat, but the website is still gone, guys. Let me just send it a quick tweet. I gotta congratulate Vlad, the team. This is fun. Congrats. Which website? The S&P 500. I'm in the S&P 500 website now, Jacob. Okay, well then check the things. Okay, I'm actually starting to be able to do it now. It's so slow. You got to go to index announcements and then find the June 6th one and then send it. Oh man, now everyone's saying once again that that we're not 100% sure. How is this possible? How is this possible? You guys said Bloomberg said it. Amit said Bloomberg. We got like 50 reports. AppLovin went from being down to getting back to neutral. Are we back in the waiting game here? I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick if this is what's actually happening. Yeah, the website is conked. I can't get anywhere. Okay. Vlad did tweet good morning 6 hours ago. I wonder if that was because he knew he was getting in. The market wants it to get in so bad. It wants to shoot up to 80. So look at the website, guys. Look at this freaking website. CNBC is live right now. Are they talking about it? Is that what you're telling me? Let me check. It says fast money. Are they talking about this right now? I don't know, guys. I'm going to be sick. All right. Well, we'll wait it out. Should I call freaking all right. Let's see. I'm going to call Amit, see what see. All right, he's got his thing on all right. Can't. All right. So we're back to waiting. I don't have any news coverage. I don't, multiple news feeds yet, or it hit multiple news feeds, and now once again we don't know. Yo, what the heck is going on?
So hold on. So okay. So
I'm live, by the way. I'm live.
yeah, I'm live too. You guys, let me know if you can hear Tanner. I think they should hear you. So Stock Talk said we got in.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of reports all posted all at the same time, and then people said that you saw it on Bloomberg or something.
No, I'm seeing it because the accounts that have access to the terminal posted that Robinhood got in.
I'm gonna be sick,
dude. I think we definitely got in. Like,
I'm gonna be sick.
I mean, the stock could be down just because it's a sell the news. I don't think the stock's going red right now because dude, how do we pump to 80 and we didn't get in? Are you at 80? But that doesn't mean that was a fake 80.
The market wants it so bad, and the crazy thing is that whenever these reports are coming out saying that Robinhood is getting in, AppLovin is falling. Like the other stocks are falling, and we don't have the news yet. Like,
okay, so Stock Talk just said this hit multiple news feeds, but it's not confirmed yet on the S&P 500 website. Seems like the website is crashing. So he's saying that Bloomberg Terminal said they got in, but the terminal did not confirm with the S&P website, which begs the question: how the hell did the terminal get the news?
Yeah. I think they got in anyway. I mean, the Vlad tweeted out "Good morning" I think he knew.
No, the thing is, they don't know. Like they don't know as much as we don't know. That's the thing. I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
I think he said good morning because he wanted it to be a good morning, and hopefully we get in, so it continues to be a good day. But dude, okay, what if we didn't get in? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to reverse immediately?
Yeah. Yep. If we don't get in, I mean, look at the stock. Whenever it first opened up, we dropped to like $71 because I think people thought that we weren't getting in, and then it flew up to 80.
Well, see, no, that red candle, that's when I was like, oh, we definitely didn't get in. Because last time I was looking at my previous stream when Robinhood went red 4%, we didn't get in, right? That red candle is the initial move, but it was coincided with a freaking press release. So,
bro,
like this time there's no press release.
I'm used to getting baited. I'm surprised that the market got this baited, though. Like, so much volume. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's mad how many shares are being traded on tweets.
No, but I didn't pay attention to any of the tweets until the accounts I trust that I know pay $25,000 a year for the terminal.
No, I know this. Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, we're in.
I don't
And
know,
that's why I
man.
haven't tweeted it yet, because I still want to see the press release. That's why I didn't put out the tweet. But
Yeah, not a single news source or anything. No baits about SoFi getting in, by the way. This thing's flat. I want them to be in the S&P 400.
no, but see, that's weird, because we should know about 400, 600, 500. We should know about everything by now. It's freaking 540. Like,
Yeah.
we should have a. What is your chat saying? Are they going crazy?
Dude, they're saying I'm getting baited. I've got tweet. Tanner loves getting baited. I'm getting flamed out here, but
Staring at me right now. Yeah, I have to send every dude. I said we got in, and then people sent like $200 worth of super chats. I have to send all of that back.
oh, damn, man. Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Keep me updated, and
dude, I got to legit leave in like 10 minutes to board this flight. So you might have to. I'll send everybody your stream.
Yeah.
You might have to carry the torch here.
I'll be here as long as it takes. Jeez.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, talk soon. Bye. Holy crap, guys. This is getting ridiculous. So, yeah, so I think we got baited. Accounts that have Bloomberg access are stating they saw reports on S&P 500 inclusion. Now, nobody knows. And while I'm tweeting this, the stock looks like it might be reversing. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Added RB Global. Reddit analysis? No, I don't have it. So essentially, guys, what's happening is that the website is just completely crashed. So people can't get on to see, and it's been crashed for the last essentially 20 minutes. Coming up on 30 minutes here. The people on CNBC are just not talking about it because they don't have the data yet. So they're not really saying anything yet. SoFi, we don't have any news on yet. That's going to be another one that I keep an eye on. It doesn't look like it is, but maybe there's like legitimately no news. This is what the website is looking like right now. And I mean, I've been refreshing. I've been trying to get access. Sometimes it pops up, but then you can't go through. So it's some sort of denial of service attack. There's a ton of bots maybe trying to scrape the data off this website. So they're seeing, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of requests for access onto the website. So that's a big problem as well. Yep. And now I'm back to we're performing maintenance, which I actually don't think it's a maintenance issue here. I just think they're getting DDoSed, and that's sort of what's happening. Okay. Either way, like I'm going to keep up with this. I want to make sure that the companies that get in are reported that way. But yeah. Jeez. So maybe that is what happened. Like maybe Shay originally saw something on Bloomberg because he does have the terminal. There's a bunch of people on X that do. They ended up originally seeing a post about it, and then the market got excited the first time. Maybe there was real reports on Bloomberg. I don't know what they said. Maybe they got pulled down very, very quickly, but this is like toying with my mind right now. As a shareholder of SoFi, of Robinhood, of the trade desk, I want any of those companies to get in. And actually, I would be happy with Carvana or even AppLovin to get in as well. I mean, these are the companies that retail loves. So I'm I want the people that are watching also to make their bags. But I mean, if specifically the Robinhood crew can get in now, regardless, I think the main part is too, like, we're getting in. Let me drop this. This is a ridiculous banner. We're already over it. I don't know when it's going to be posted now. We're getting in regardless. If it actually comes out and we find out that this is not actually happening, then this might be a buy the dip situation for my portfolio. I'm not suggesting that that's what you guys should do with your money, but for me, I know that they're going to get in. The execution has been consistent. Okay. Yeah, website's still down. Wow. At least you know that the market, like if we take a look at these candles here, the want for it to be up or down, I mean, the volatility is crazy. We might actually surpass, $80 a share here if we can get in. Okay, this is about as far as I've gotten on the website in a while. But now it's not. I got to get to this tab here. Index announcements. Once I see that I can get over to index announcements, we'll have a lot more confidence. But even just telling from the market right now is that no one is getting on. I'll literally stay here like live until we figure it out. Do you guys want to go through Robinhood DD? I just started to see some red candles there. I was getting worried. We can go through the case of why I think that potentially the market is going to see some insane volatility on this. CNBC, all those people, they're not even talking about this right now. Okay, let's take a look. I'll keep an eye on the stock. I've got it on one of my monitors, but essentially, whenever we're looking at Q2, this is why I think that the market is ripping, but also not based on what Hood is actually showing in their data. We just got May numbers, or at least May color is what they're calling it. They're not showing off all the numbers. We don't know the funded accounts. We don't know all that sort of data. But they did say where their trading volume is for equities, crypto, and options. Okay, which place, if we look back at about 200 and for options, about $250 million in options revenue, about 170 million in crypto, and about 75 million in equities. Okay. Now, whenever you look at the 75 million in equities, it's insanely high. It's their highest that they've ever posted. For options, the highest they've ever posted. Great quarter. Okay. And this is extracting what we saw from April and May, and then taking the average for June. Okay. Nothing's happening on Robinhood stock still. Now for crypto, this is where we see a big fall off. The monthly statistics are just not what we've seen in the past couple of quarters. Like here, wait. Where is it? See, back in November, we saw $35 billion in crypto volume. To get 11, I mean, 11 is strong comparatively to where we were before, but it's not even close to 35 billion. 35 billion is whenever you see insane triple digit numbers. I mean, that's what we want to get consistently. But we're just not seeing that right now. So whenever we try to visualize like how much transaction volume they have, even though 2 of their segments are breaking new, or potentially even 3, if you look at other, which is also, I'm expecting to be the new highest because of things like instant withdrawals and stuff like this. Crypto was making up for such a large percentage of Q4 2024. But Robinhood sees this as well. This is why they bought Bitstamp. Acquisition just finished up. Okay. This is why they acquired App11 or this is why they acquired WonderFi. These are 2 pure play crypto companies. It's because if they can grow this orange bar, it makes up for a large percentage of their overall revenue. If you take a look at their full revenue, which is here, Blue, transactional-based revenue, which includes crypto, which includes equities and options, it's still the majority share. Okay, net interest revenue is very large too, and then other revenue as well. All right, let's go ahead, take a look back at the stock, but that's essentially why I think that this S&P 500 inclusion is so important for Robinhood right now. JB says Google, Bloomberg, there was an announcement. Well, I think that there probably was. I just don't think that Bloomberg was accurate. And maybe they were. Maybe they had details that they thought that they could share, but actually couldn't because the website was down. I don't know. Clearly, the people that are posting, you know, these things like Stock Talk and like all these guys, they are very accurate. They're not here to post fake news. I'm not here to post fake news either. So the thing is that whenever these guys have these reputations of posting nothing but very great information, is that whenever they are wrong because their trusted source is wrong, then the whole sort of, you know, Jenga tower crumbles, because I had trust in one of these accounts, or actually two of them. I saw like 2 or 3 of them post about it. And then, yeah, the whole chain of command falls. Crazy. What's absolutely nuts is that S&P Global, after this much time, is still down. I'm still on the page. We'll be back soon. It keeps going back and forth. Any recent SoFi website traffic? Not yet. So we're going to get SoFi's, we're going to get Robinhood's, we're going to get all the different fintechs website traffic probably around the 10th. Okay, 10th to 13th is usually when that comes out. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Let me keep that up there, actually. SoFi staying relatively flat. But it's good being in the 14s rather than the 13s. I know some of the Robinhood people don't really care too much about SoFi and could care less where it's sitting at, but I like both of the names, to be honest. First Elon and Trump drama yesterday, now this drama today. I know. To my understanding, Standard & Poor's doesn't post index changes on their on any sort of other platform other than their own website. Which, I mean, hey, if you can't handle the traffic, I mean, stop doing it that way. Trust a different platform. Jeez. All right, SoFi flat, Robinhood still flat, AppLovin down 1%. It's funny, eh? There's still some baked in pessimism and optimism between AppLovin being down 1%, 1.4%, and Robinhood still being up just about 0.7%. Like it's like people saw the news, but they're still betting on that outcome as well. Williams Sonoma Class C shares. Yeah. No, exactly. That's too funny. Guys, we are still waiting. Amit, thank you guys for coming into the stream. We're sitting here, we're waiting. We are getting hopeful that we get into the S&P 500, but also we have no clue yet. I'm following AppLovin. I'm following the Trade Desk, Carvana, SoFi for a different index for the S&P 400, but we'll end up seeing that. Amit raid. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. Holy crap. Hey, guys. Good to see you guguys. Amit super chat, rug gang. AK Media sent you? Yeah. All right. So let's actually put a poll in the chat with Amit's audience. Let's see what you guys are also thinking. Are we getting in? I mean, that would be absolutely amazing. I would be honored if we got in. I thought we did get in. I freaking tweeted about it. I saw a bunch of companies, same thing that what Amit did. We saw a bunch of users who were using Bloomberg terminals that we know pay those insane fees say that they are, that we're in. They saw this from a Bloomberg trusted source. And so the market rallied. I mean, you could see that just by the way that the stock swung from $71 to $80. This is why this is so important. I mean, by the way, that's not the index buying those shares. The actual index buys on the 20th. This is just the announcement. Okay. So this is people trying to take advantage of all of this volatility because they know that there will be a time on the 20th whenever there is not only the forced index actually buying, like the actual Standard & Poor's 500 index purchasing those shares, but then the trillions of dollars that have to follow that. Doesn't mean that Robinhood gets trillions of dollars. We get a small percentage of the, out of the 500 different companies, but still that's, very important. Guys, welcome. Holy crap. This is a true raid. Call Steve. I could call Steve, but he doesn't care if we get in or not. Okay. He's not even a shareholder of Robinhood. I mean, me and Amit have been trying to convince him to buy for a really long time. He doesn't care. I don't know. Okay, let's do a poll. Do we trust the Bloomberg sources? Is Robinhood getting into the S&P 500? Be honest, guys. Don't just pump the stock. This isn't going to do anything for the stock. I want to know your honest opinion. Do we get in or are we going to fall behind? Or is AppLovin going to get in or Trade Desk? I mean, the real thing is that we could both get in, right? You're now responsible for all of us. I'm going to take care of you guys, all right? I'm going to take care of you all. Okay, let me get back to refreshing this freaking website, which is dead. I'll show you literally what it looks like right now. That's it. This is the news I have. And that was me refreshing it. The DDoS attack that's happening here, the bots that are trying to get in to scrape the data off the website, I don't know what it is. It's awful. Amit representing. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Ned. Yeah. All the people from Amit's stream that know me as Ned Flanders. I actually don't get bullied on my own stream, surprisingly. All my viewers are really nice to me. But whenever Amit's stream comes over, I'm back to getting bullied again. Do you have cookies here? We have lots of cookies, especially if we get into the S&P 500. All you guys are getting cookies. Okay. Geez. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think if we do not get in, this stock actually falls. I'm not going to play it that way. I think that what I need to do as an investor, if we do get in, happy to hold. This is the next financial company that's going to take over the world. I'm actually a big believer in this. I think that their moat is speed. Okay, that the rate in which they continue to iterate and push out new products is what's going to keep them ahead against their competitors. And those competitors are even like SoFi or eToro or all of these companies that actively have lots of staff that are trying to work out and push out new products that maybe can do it similarly to Robinhood, but they choose not to because they're trying to be safe or something like this, but it's just not working out. Okay. Robinhood, especially whenever they get into banking, they have credit cards, they have event contracts. All of these different products could bring in customers that may not even want to trade stock. That's what separates you from just being a brokerage to being a full financial institution. You have customers that want to sign up for Robinhood and Robinhood Gold to have a credit card that pays them 3% because they just make a lot of transactions. That has nothing to do with them actually trading. But maybe if they want to start trading, well, you might as well use the app that you're already using. I mean, that's the important part, you know? I'm not anti-SoFi. But it's clear to see which company is moving faster on product iteration. I mean, that's not anti-SoFi. It's just that's the truth. As a longtime AK Media fan, for anyone not familiar with Tanner, he's got a great okay, thank you. Thanks. I do appreciate that. Yeah, we cover a lot of tech companies here, stuff like this. Nvidia, Google, Amazon, SoFi, a lot of SoFi, obviously, Robinhood, a couple other names that maybe people don't know, like Shift4, sort of the range. Now, in terms of actually getting into this index, guys, I'm seeing like the big suits on Wall Street aren't talking about it. CNBC is clear of this right now. Yeah, geez. Robinhood actually just tweeted, but they're just talking about new products that they're pushing out. I mean, that's what Robinhood does. Talking about Robinhood strategies. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on X. No one's even. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, the slam dunk for me, for my portfolio, is Robinhood and the trade desk get in, and SoFi also gets in on the S&P400, which is the mid cap index. That would be a slam dunk. Williams-Sonoma fell below. I mean, they should be removed. I don't know who is in that index that's like being like, oh, by the way, guys, have you tried the Juro coffee maker? Like we need to put this into our index. I mean, come on. I just lost my house on the fake news. That sucks, man. I don't believe you too much, though. But for the people that are looking to bet their house on S&P 500 inclusion or not, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Any updates for SoFi? No, guys. No. AppLovin's down. Like, I feel like the market is still pricing in that AppLovin did not get in and Robinhood did. That's the interesting thing here. Like, Robinhood still is up in after hours. AppLovin down 1.5%. I was getting a heart attack. Like, whenever we dropped down to 71 and then up to like 78 here and then 80 later on, I was having panic attacks. I got so excited whenever the market, quote unquote, realized that we were in, and then turns out they didn't, I guess. I'm surprised that this is taking so long, though, that they haven't been able to handle the DDoS attack or whatever's going on, and it's still happening right now. Yeah, we'll be back soon. I just refreshed again. Still completely down. Yeah. It's just sad. Absolutely sad. Has this ever happened before? I'm sure it has in terms of delays for the report, but a DDoS like this, not that I've seen in recent memory. I mean, we got it last time just right on time. Yeah, like this is a long time. App no lovin'? Yeah. No, for real. It's a bit stupid to do this late on a Friday. I mean, yeah. I get what you're saying. I know that joke, Matt. That's a funny one. Caw jaw rule. That's a Dave Chappelle joke, but it's based on a real story. Okay. Yeah, still nothing. AppLovin down 2%. Robinhood now starting to fall a little bit. I think people are just getting sick of waiting. By the way, guys, I know Amit's pretty or getting heavier into NVIDIA. I don't know if many people know this, but I pitched them on it. Let me know in the chat if you guys are also supporters of NVIDIA, because if you are, you're going to love the streams that go on this channel, because yeah, we talk about NVIDIA a lot. It's by far the largest company that I hold. No confirmation on if we get into the S&P 500. Jeez. NVIDIA Bull, yes, NVIDIA Bull. I love NVIDIA Bull. Nice. No poaching. I don't usually stream whenever Amit's streaming, so this would be after hours. This would be after hours comment or content. Huge NVIDIA position. Robert, same here, brother. What's your average on NVIDIA? So my average has skyrocketed lately. It was around $5.50. Now it's like 21 because I've been buying a ton recently. And whenever I'm buying in the 3 digits, it's just skyrocketed my average. But I've been a long-term shareholder all the way back since 2018. So my average was actually quite low, but it's been climbing lately. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate that, man. Retail's been selling out like crazy recently. It's still climbing, just mainly based on institutional. So yeah. Okay. Oh, Steve, I'm still live, man.
SoFi did not get in.
How do you know that for sure?
I just read the thing on the newswire that shows all the additions for today.
Okay, well, tell me what the additions are, because I don't have the freaking. No one has it right now. How did they get it?
Hold on. You know what? What's today's date?
June 6th.
I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why. Fuck.
Dude,
Sorry, Tanner. I was going to bust your balls.
They're still like almost an hour late on the report. They're getting like a complete DDoS attack right now. Their website won't load. I'm sitting here with 3,000 people watching, and then you come in and say, "Hey, suck it, loser, you didn't get in." Like, I'm like, what? Where are you getting your news from?
Yeah, I saw June 7th on the first thing that came in from S&P Global. Too bad it's 2024. It says CrowdStrike Holdings.
Dude's reading 1-year-old news telling me to suck it.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, well,
pretty much.
Now that I have you, should I even be worried about them getting in, or like?
I don't think they're getting in.
What about Robinhood?
I think Robinhood's going to get into S&P 500.
Yeah. Are you going to buy?
Yeah.
When are you going to take position in this company?
Never.
You said that about Block, and then you bought that after I sold it.
And I'm no longer a shareholder in Block.
Are you?
Yeah, I sold it the other week.
All right. Well, that's probably a good move. But dude, I think you're missing out on a company that's growing triple digits right now.
Listen, I can't. I will not own Robinhood. Sorry.
Have you done? Oh wait, hold on a second. 1 second. Robinhood's making some red candles here. What is going on?
Live and die with if it gets in. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Dude, I'm not living. I'm going to buy more, but it's looking like I might have to buy more. Down 3%. AppLovin's flat. The trade desk is flat. Robinhood down 4%. Oh, man, I think something came out. Let me try to refresh the thing. Steve, I got to let you go. I'm handling candles right now.
You're handling candles? How do you handle candles?
I'm watching them, and I'm sweating.
Send me a link.
To the StreamYard?
Send me a link.
All right. Bye. All right, Steve's going to join us for a second. Yeah. I don't know what to believe anymore. Okay. Hopefully X is fine for Steve. I always send him the link and then it's always the wrong freaking Tanner the candle handler. Guys, chill. I was just trying to make a quick comment. Okay. All right. Okay, Steve's going to join us. We're going to have someone else with us while we watch this. I thought that we didn't make it in. That got scary for a second. It definitely looks to be that was another fake out. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from my side still. S&P Global Announcements website is still down, either due to high traffic or maintenance, so no inclusions can be confirmed at this time despite many rumors. Yeah. I don't have any real drinks on me, but yeah. Why aren't you using Robinhood? I'm not actually from America. I'm a Canadian that buys only American companies. About 98% of all, the assets that I have, aside from my house, is in US dollars. Okay? I'm an honorary American, but I can't use the products. Steve, I sent you the freaking thing. Let's see if he thinks I'm sending it to him here. On X. Okay. Talk to Vlad. You want me to? I don't have Vlad's number like that. I wish, but no, I we're like work acquaintances. Dude, this is sickening. Mick got quote. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This has been an hour, guys. An hour. Steve, how's it going?
An hour, Tanner, an hour.
An hour.
It's been an hour.
You're not going to take this away from me. This is not a holding for you, but this is a holding for me, and we're down 3.5% now.
Tanner, I'm on your side. I want Robinhood to go up. The amount of people that own Robinhood, I hope it goes to 100 tonight.
So what are your problems with Robinhood, by the way? Let's get a little bearish perspective.
Dude,
I'm too bullish here.
I don't have any problems with Robinhood. I want it to go up. I don't have to be an investor to want something to go up.
Okay. Why do you want it to go up?
Because a lot of people own it. I want everybody to make money.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, is that not like it's the right thing? When I go to the casino and I play craps, I don't play don't pass.
Okay, but what part of the business model makes you not want to take share in it? High margin, fast growing.
There's so many investments out there. I would rather invest in other companies.
You're invested in all of them. You have Pokemon cards.
Right. Those are unknown assets. Okay.
Yeah. That are underperforming Robinhood.
Buy them. There's no record of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember, we're live.
I'm just saying they're unknown assets. Yeah? It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Pokemon's a hobby. But look, for Robinhood, I want it to go up. I would love for it to go up. I think there's a lot of competition in that space. It's just not for me. I'd rather invest in NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just, right now, I think it is the most undervalued company you can buy. And I outlined exactly why. And remember, what I said was going to happen, happened. It went to 135. It finished the week down. And I think the market was focused on decelerating revenue growth and compressed margins, and that's not what they should look at. Their cash from operations is exploding.
Oh, I actually think we have it now.
Who got in?
Let's see here. This is here. Wait a second. Announces the S&P TSX. That's not. That's the Toronto one. Where is?
Are you on S&P's website?
Yeah. The only one that I see, S&P changes to S&P TSX. Is that not the Toronto one?
No, Tanner, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the Toronto one. The TSX index is the Toronto Stock Exchange. Rebalance of the S&P 350 Europe. We have an Asian one, the Toronto one. I actually do not see for the 500 or 400 index yet.
Okay. You just got to be patient, Tanner.
I think some people are looking at this report, but that's not... I think some people are looking at this report, but I think that this is Toronto's exchange.
That is the Toronto exchange, 100%.
Yeah. So as a Canadian, I should be freaking out, but I don't hold any of those businesses.
And you know what? I'm coming around to your side right now. Our timelines are just different. I think that NVIDIA gets a 200 this time next year.
Okay. I mean, by this time this year, I think it definitely gets to 250, but
yeah, I'm coming around to that. I think 165 is fair value here.
What's getting you there? Sovereign AI, and that every country is going to build out their own.
That's part of it, the platform. But I mean, the bottom line is their cash from operations continues to explode. And I don't think people are really looking at the fact that it went from 16.6 billion to 27.4 billion in 3 months. That is a huge jump. And the fact that they bought back $26 billion worth of shares this quarter, it's just outright impressive.
Okay, hold on a second. Robinhood's down 5% in the after hours. AppLovin's down 5%. Carvana's down. Trade Desk is flat. None of the suspected names are doing well right now. I'm not seeing anything on X. I'm not seeing any posts yet. The website is seemingly up, but we're not seeing any of the new posts yet. Sorry, continue, Steve.
Well, I just tried posting my article, but I guess you won't let me post it. I was trying to answer somebody in the chat.
I'm not stopping you.
Says it's stopped by future investing.
I look at my hands right now. What do you think I'm doing?
No. When I go to post the link and I hit share, it says this comment has failed to post to future investing.
Yeah, you probably just can't post a link, but I can though. So just send it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in Steve's NVIDIA article, which to be fair, I've not read the full thing, but Steven's one of the best writers on Seeking Alpha.
Seeking Alpha gave it a editor's pick today.
Editor's choice.
Look at that.
Go check him out. He has almost more followers than me on a paid exclusive platform. I mean, like, it's insane. You're doing absolutely phenomenally because you are putting out some of the best due diligence on the companies that you follow, which is like 600 businesses. And then in that same regard, you say, well, I don't want to learn Robinhood, which I think is a boatload of crap.
No, I just don't think that it has a better mousetrap than the other platforms. So I just don't want to invest in it.
Yeah, and how much have you looked into that case that you're saying right now?
Tanner, I am not here to. I don't want to badmouth Robinhood. I want it to go up. Don't put me in this position.
But I want
What type of coffee are you drinking?
black coffee.
No, but from where?
McDonald's.
What are you doing?
They have I will stand my ground here. They have phenomenal coffee.
Stop it. They have phenomenal Coca-Cola because of the way it's shipped.
I don't drink soda.
Well, that's your problem.
But I'm not going to listen to you with your tyrannical comments trying to pick apart one of the best coffee chains, which is McDonald's. Tim Hortons can suck it. I do not like it. Dunkin' Donuts is all right. Starbucks is good.
Tastes like water.
Starbucks is good. McDonald's coffee is awesome. But
so yeah, I'd rather not discuss why I don't want to invest in Robinhood because I would like it to go up for you.
You can go ahead. Your comments are not going to affect my case.
Look, I have used the platform, and I still to this day don't understand why people would rather use that than Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, or Thinkorswim. I just don't understand it. It's not for me.
Well, you should download an account and try out the 3% credit card. Try out the app. Put a little money into it.
Dude, I have the app. I'm not. I'm just not. It's not for me.
That's fair. That's fair. But I like a fast app that is easy to use, that helps educate their customers as they use it and gets beginners in, but is also trying to grow into more advanced.
I am all for everything that they are doing and getting people into the market and getting people to start investing. I am all for everything. As a platform, I prefer Interactive Brokers or Thinkorswim. That's all.
Yeah. The trade desk seeing the tiniest of pops. It's on absolutely no volume. AppLovin down 3%. Robinhood down 3%. Better than down 5%. Going back down to 70 on no news is crazy.
Tanner, did you look at, I mean, I'm sure you did because you're the ultimate NVIDIA investor, but have you really looked at their cash from operations and free cash flow?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's freaking incredible.
27 billion in cash from operations.
It's incredible. Yeah, 27.4.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane. Now, I don't think it'll stay that high each quarter. I mean, it'll continue to grow, but there'll be some fluctuations there.
Look at what I just showed. Like this chart, their cash from operations has gone up quarter over quarter, every quarter for the past 10 quarters.
Have you done an article on Robinhood?
No.
Can I commission you to do one?
No.
Why?
Because nobody can commission me to do shit.
Would you do one as a favor?
Maybe.
Okay.
You may not like what I say, though.
That's fine. That's fine. I think that you should write about it so then you can learn about the business like in the way that you look at other businesses.
Listen, I love their operating margins. There is a high margin business. A lot of people like the platform. There's a lot of pluses. They're doing a lot of big things.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I have to like it.
I'm not saying you have to like it. I want you to learn with me.
Yeah, objectively, it is a good business. My fear is their ability to monetize future earnings.
Their ability to monetize future earnings. Why?
Have you looked at the forward projections?
Come on, bro. Look at
what I'm not saying that they're right or incorrect. I'm just
go back.
Look at them.
Go back and look at what they predicted for 2024, and then you tell me if that lines up with what they predicted versus what actually happened.
Oh, look, I get it.
It wasn't even close. I mean, their growth, they're saying, oh, 3 years down the line, we're going to have 7% increases year over year. It's absolutely bullcrap. Okay. This company is expanding way too fast. And by the way, Robinhood is recovering in its stock price pretty quickly here. Not a whole lot of volume. We're not even really in 6 digits of shares being traded, but overall, I'm on the website now. There's not a report being released, which is crazy to me. What happened to 515? Are they making no changes?
Dude, they're at happy hour.
Yeah, but like, are they able to say that they're not making changes?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh no. I think the website's just still down. Look at what I just got once again. The battle continues. S&P 500 or S&P Global. That's a public stock. Have you covered that, Steve?
No.
Might be time to short it.
I don't like shorting things, Tanner. It's bad karma.
I think you're right.
Something does bad.
I was trying to ruffle some feathers. I thought that if I said I was going to short S&P Global, that you're going to have like a panic attack.
No, it's just bad freaking karma. The real news is going to be next week to see what Jay Powell does. Because if the Fed cuts, SoFi will run a little bit.
So you're picking up more shares?
No. Because that's a big if. I don't think he's going to cut.
Okay, so for real. So guys, to give some background with Steve, I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of these comments on Amit's channel as well, but like he has been pretty bearish as of recently on SoFi, still a shareholder, but not confident in management or the valuation that it currently has nearly as much as he was previously. Would you ever consider selling your shares 1-to-1 on a value basis, not on a share basis, for Robinhood? Does Robinhood have more potential over the next few years?
It may. I just don't want to own Robinhood. If I was to get rid of my shares, like I am going to continuously have options on them. If they get called away, or if I get in a position where I don't want to roll and let them get called away, I will be happy to take that capital and put it in Amazon, Nvidia, and Alphabet.
Amazon, Nvidia, and Alphabet. Yeah. Are you writing covered calls on Nvidia?
I have covered calls on Nvidia right now, yes.
For
150.
Yeah. How far out? You went far out, I bet.
Well, I was in a position where I had to roll, so
these are like September's or something.
No, they're August, first week of August, I think.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that bodes badly for your calls that this stock is doing amazingly.
No, it's fine because it still needs to go 7% higher for me to be at that level. And at that point, I can just roll to 160 or 165. So it's fine.
Yeah. But if you roll to 165 and you think it's going to be at 200 by next year.
This time next year.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to have to roll it out.
Yeah. Listen, I can be behind the 8 ball a little bit and still get up there. I can figure it out. But look, with SoFi, I was a Super Bowl. I was one of the main Super Bowls. And the reason that I was super bullish is not coming true at this point. And I think it's a phenomenal company. I think that they've done a lot of phenomenal things. But when it comes down to it, as we discussed, it is just a bank. And it utilizes technology and owns the technology stack to create consumer-facing products. That does not mean that it is not a bank or not a financial institution. And when the market looks at SoFi, they see a financial institution. They do not see a tech company. That is why it is trading the way that it is. And the AWS of fintech has not to this day materialized the way that we would have liked or I would have liked.
I agree with
Now,
everything you're saying. I just don't agree that the rest of the business is not doing well. But I
I-
want
I've
I want
never
you to
I've
bring the
never
same
said the
level
rest
of
of the
due
business
diligence.
isn't doing well. I've
Sorry?
never once said the rest of the business is not doing well. I've said the tech platform does not account for enough revenue for to be looked at as a tech company. That's
Yeah.
two completely different things.
Yeah, I don't yeah. I
The
mean,
business is
we
doing
just
fine. The
disagreed.
growth is fine. It's just financial institutions are looked at in a certain way by the market, and they get a certain valuation because book value comes into play because they lend off the balance sheet. It is what it is.
Only a percentage of their overall earnings. But yes.
Correct. But again, it is what it is, and it matters what the market thinks, and the market is showing us what it thinks of SoFi. I mean, we've all been on the train on this, and the market continuously tells us that until they increase their revenue from the technology platform, it's not going to get the valuation that people want it to get. And I don't know if it does at this point. And I will change my mind and I will start being more bullish if the AWS of FinTech story materializes.
Okay, wait,
But for
hang on a
now, it's
second.
not.
Hang on a second. I think we have news here. These strong candles are getting me worried once again.
I thought you were handling candles.
Yeah, I know. I got roasted.
Tanner handling candles.
I'm not seeing anything just yet on their website. Everything will be forgiven if they get into the S&P 500. They've announced it, an hour and 15 minutes late. All will be forgiven.
What do you mean all will be forgiving? Who are you forgiving?
The S&P Global for having.
Are you sure it wasn't Western time?
Yeah, it's 5:15 EST.
Huh? All right.
Yeah, it's why they're showing off all the other indexes as well.
All right.
But and it's not just me. I mean, the whole market's waiting on this.
I don't think people are really waiting on this.
Bro. Yes, they are. We have 3,200 people in chat right now.
Yeah. They're here for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're here for Robinhood.
All I
think they
know
were
is
here for a minute, but it's gone.
When Palantir got in was awesome.
Say that again?
When Palantir got into the S&P, that was a fun time.
I know. That's what we're trying to recreate here. I really
fun
did think that we got in. And I was like, I shouted, man. I was so excited.
I don't feel the energy from you.
Well, because I'm getting pump faked every 15 minutes here.
Good role model, Tanner. You're a good role model, sir.
Yeah. He says this to me every day, by the way.
Well, because you are. You're a good role model to society.
See this? Q, 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 Q. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Look, it'll be big if it gets in because that means that capital will flow in every 2 weeks from freaking retirement accounts. So that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes higher highs, higher lows. And for Robinhood, what we really need is higher lows because the volatility in that stock can be crazy. So, that's what we really need. Yeah, this is literally Steve. You're a good kid, Tanner. Keep up the good work.
No, you're a good role model.
I appreciate you too, Steve. I actually think what some of the best, parts of me starting to do YouTube has been learning about the other investors and people who are putting out their stuff, even in the chat as well. A lot of these people, whenever they continue to return, you get to know their portfolios, the things that they look for. Like Paul's probably in here, Sagig. All these guys are, did we get in? Amit, brother, I don't know.
Tell Amit, put your freaking earpiece in and get in the stream, even though you're on a plane.
like they really didn't report it yet. I'm on their website. They did Toronto's, they did Thailand's index, they did Europe's, they did an Asian index, a New Zealand index. Oh, Amit is calling in.
Look at that. I love it.
Here. Amit, brother. Not very well. Hello?
Okay, you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. How's it going?
What the heck is going on, bro?
Dude, this is driving me nuts. And I don't know, like if they don't rebalance, let's say they keep things the same, I still expect a report saying that they kept everything the same.
Yeah, like it's been an hour and, you know, Steve trolling you wasn't funny because you thought he had an actual answer, but he didn't. So this is weird, bro. It's really weird.
And every company that's expecting to get in is all down. I mean, Reddit, Carvana, Trade Desk, AppLovin.
Just waiting for the doors. Dude, we almost fell below 70. Like,
yeah,
it was like I'm literally in the middle seat right now, trying to figure out why the hell there's not an answer. And I don't know, dude. This is incredible. I've never seen something like this on S&P. Never.
So even with Robinhood at 70, you're sitting in the middle seat.
Yes, I'm sitting in the middle seat. I thought I would have a seat free. I don't. But I cannot believe this is happening. Like, I've never seen a delay to the course of an hour. And if the answer is, oh, there was no rebalance, they should have, that would have been an easy press release to submit, right? That's simple.
Yeah. I don't know what is going on.
You know what's annoying? I told Amit to upgrade his seat and he didn't do it.
Can you hear Steve right now or no?
Very barely. Tell him to repeat himself.
Yeah, go ahead.
I told Amit to upgrade his seat because he's flying for 5 or 6 hours and he didn't do it.
Where are you off to?
I'm going back home to New Jersey. I'm coming home.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, he told you to upgrade your seat.
No, dude, I can't. If Robinhood can't get to the S&P 500, I can't afford to upgrade a seat. Like, all right, man, keep doing the good work, and I guess we'll see. We get in later today.
AppLovin down 5%, Robinhood down 4.3%. Yeah, it's going to be
what? Really, right now?
Not in one candle, but just consistently dropping. We're just people are sick of waiting.
Yeah, traders must be so frustrated right now, dude.
Yeah, Robinhood right now 71.48.
All right, I will be watching the stream.
I'll call you later, brother.
Have a safe flight.
All right, later.
Peace. All right. So Amit's on his way home. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, should we call Roy as well? I mean,
I tried talking some sense into him.
To who?
Amit. He's flying 6 hours in a middle seat. He's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he stays humble.
I get it, but yeah.
Okay. I reached out to Roy as well. See if we can get another member of the Robinhood Weekly. Yeah. Absolutely pissed right now, man. Whenever we jumped up to 80, you cannot like I wish I had my watch on. I should have tracked my heart rate. I've actually seen those.
You know, what was your sleep score last night? Were you like not able to sleep?
I can check. No. Most times it's really high.
Okay.
Sorry, let me. Okay, but it's going to be crap if we don't get in. That's how I'm going to lose some sleep.
Hood made in, somebody said.
Yeah, dude, people are clowning you.
What?
I also didn't track it yesterday. I forgot. I just checked and it said make sure you track it. So
okay.
My background is real wood. This is real background, not like what Amit and Steve have going on.
Everybody seemed to have bricks, so I put bricks on the background. What do you want?
No. Wood paneling, baby. Costco. Okay, we want Roy. I get it. I sent the message, boys. I actually think we're getting him.
Roy can start a fire by rubbing water together.
Say that again?
I said that Roy can start a fire by rubbing water together.
Okay. These frickin' Chuck Norris jokes.
They're amazing. Tanner, I still think the global demand for NVIDIA's AI infrastructure, I don't think we've scratched the surface. I think it's going to expand more than I originally thought.
Okay, this is, I don't know if I should. So someone in the comments just said that the S&P announced no membership changes for the S&P 1500 index, 500, 400, and 600 on June 6th. This is the first quarterly rebalance without any membership changes to the S&P 500, 400, or 600 since March of 2022. Either that is a great, like copy paste, or we actually didn't get any changes. I'm not sure. And Roy should be able to jump in on the stream here in a second. No one else is reporting any story like that from what I can see. So, not sure. And also, if that announcement is going to happen, why don't they post that on their website? I'm on their website. Their website's up now, and they're not posting anything.
So what else are we buying, Tanner?
Well, I think I'm probably going to want more allocation to Nubank or Mercado Libre. Nubank is going to continuously do well, and the stock really hasn't run all that much lately. So I think that one might be falling behind a little bit more than its peers. Robinhood now down 5%, 6% at one point. AppLovin down 6%. Like, these seem like some pretty jarring reactions to no news. However, there was a lot of anticipation of them getting in. I mean, so there was some run up. If we actually take a look at Robinhood in the last 3 months, guys, we're up 71.5%. 71%.
And Tanner, why is Robinhood up so much and not SoFi?
Well, I think that SoFi deserves a re-rating, but Robinhood has done definitely super well over the last little bit. Roy, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
There he is.
Doing well, man. Doing well. What the heck is going on with this right now? Are we getting in? Are they adding no companies?
They might be adding nobody. Yeah. We haven't seen it yet. Usually they roll out these announcements that I've not seen on their site. I've seen all the other announcements they have at the same time. So that's what I was kind of thinking of. I ran an errand and I'm like, I wonder if I know that there's been times when there's been no rebalance. I don't know that they put out an announcement for that. So
well, I didn't see all of them come out at the same time. I saw before the crash, I saw the Europe 350 index ones or indices.
Here, I'll share this. Yeah, I mean, like, not exactly the same time. Like, they're using like really antiquated technology. I think one of the hamsters that they had ended up just being heat exhausted that runs their server, and so here they are. They're clearly not using Palantir tech either. No, just kidding. Yeah. But no, these came out. Other than like, was it just this one that was the first? The rest of them came out within like a couple of minutes of each other. So there's still a chance that they do make, but I don't know this. Like, maybe somebody in the chat knows. I haven't had a chance to do it, but all I know is, like, I made this mistake last year, not with the S&P 500, but something else where it was related to Tesla news. And I just saw a lot of people posting it. I'm like, I'm just going to repost it. And it was fake news. So I've learned, even when it's somebody that's credible, a lot of times the credible person is not looking at the source. And so they are like, oh, so-and-so said it. And so-and-so said it. And you trace it all the way back, and it's just some stupid account that just says it. So, Roy, yeah, I make plenty of mistakes, guys.
Question for you. How do you feel about the whole Elon situation?
Oh, it's horrible. It's terrible as a shareholder, and it's very entertaining. I think it's bad for our nation, though. Like just having two of the most powerful men in the world at each other's throats is just like, nope, that's not it.
I'm with you. As a shareholder, I'm so annoyed right now.
I sold some Tesla, not because anything changed for me. Oh, now it's saying bad gateway. Yay, good technology, guys.
Yeah, the website's falling apart for me too now.
Man, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they just say, let's just go back to fax and announce it like through fax.
They don't have a Twitter account where they're putting out simultaneous reports on an actual website that's not going to crash?
No, because Twitter doesn't exist.
It does not exist for them. They don't use that kind of technology. They don't use anything other than just their website, which is a potato. So,
yeah, carrier pigeon would be faster at this point.
Yes. But no, I mean, there's a chance that we still get in, and like ultimately, Robinhood does get in, whether it's this time or not. I think everybody knows at this point it's an inevitability. People weren't saying that, when they were first initially eligible, but the company is executing. The market cap's massive. It's one of the larger companies. AppLovin is number one.
Yeah, by far.
Companies that are eligible that aren't in yet. So, I see Matthew's coming. I've seen that comment a couple of times too, and I'm always just skeptical of that. But I think it's a fair chance that they just don't do anything.
It's out on Bloomberg. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to believe that comment right now. Like the website just went down again. Like this is why I'm like, it's not like all the things just went away and they've got it under control now. And oh, by the way, we didn't post anything. This is still down. Like it's constantly going down. It just happens that they haven't announced and no changes to any of the index, the 600, the 400, or the 500.
That's what has me most skeptical is if it's just one of them, sure, maybe two, but like, I don't know. Like that's some major indices for no movement. And like looking at the S&P 500, I don't know if you've looked at it by market cap, but there's a lot of companies on there. Like Caesars is probably the biggest offender.
We just hit
like
a new
at
low.
$5 billion as far as its market cap, no longer profitable. It's like, dude, that company is like getting kicked out. So, but you never really know like how many are going to be removed. Last time it was 4. I think the previous time it was 2. It averages about 3. The last time they've done 0, I'm hesitant to even just put it through like ChatGPT because it might get it wrong. But it's been a while. I don't remember a quarter in the last 4 years that they've not made a change. But it could be. It's happened before.
Just saw this. No S&P rebalancing announcement so far. Could it be they're not making any changes this time? If so, it would be the first quarterly rebalance without any membership changes in the S&P since March of 2022.
There it is.
Yeah, but so there's no report that also comes out to say, hey, there won't be any changes. That surprises me as well, no?
I mean, it's the S&P 500. Like they just, as far as their communication and as far as their technology,
they don't care.
Behind. I mean, like honestly. So, but I don't know. Like I said, it's been so long, and I was thinking there's a chance that they don't do anything and they don't announce it. But
that to me is still sickening. I mean, like AppLovin is $141 billion business.
Yeah, I mean. AppLovin's my number one pick in this. Like they deserve it more than Robinhood, and Robinhood deserves it. So, and like, are you going to, if they're like, oh, we have too much tech, it doesn't matter. Pick AppLovin. It's a different play. It's advertising, and get rid of Caesars. Like it's just easy.
I mean, it says it's so sad if they don't get a single rebalance.
Why have I never looked into AppLovin before?
I don't know.
They're awesome, and the things that suck about AppLovin, they just sold off. So they're kind of a pure play advertising company.
And a lot of, what Tanner and I have talked about as far as like Google and everything and advertising, AppLovin is not disrupted by any of it. Like they are positioned so well. They're actually, I don't know if you know this, Steve, AppLovin was the number one performer of all last year, other than like microcaps. They beat out Palantir. Palantir was number 2.
I don't even know what AppLovin is.
Yeah, they basically help create ads and facilitate ads on like your mobile gaming. There's more than that, but that's the biggest thing.
I love the financials.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're a legit company. Like they deserve to be, and they deserve to be in honestly last quarter too. But yeah, there's some short reports out on it. But any big company, you're gonna have
This company, I mean, how anybody could be short on this is crazy.
Yeah, they're growing like gangbusters.
it's dangerous if they are. And this is like they're so well positioned too. Like their industry is not being disrupted by AI. People are going to still install mobile games and other mobile apps as well, and they'll want advertise. Well, they'll have advertisement. Like it's a known model that works. And I think I've seen like a lot of people that are buying advertisements. They're concerned because they're like, well, I'm not sure if it's as effective as now or not. And that's a big unknown. But yeah, they're going to be a beneficiary of all of that. Like the Trade Desk, great company, not as well positioned, also eligible. But if the Trade Desk gets in over these guys, like, come on.
Like the thing that keeps making me question that maybe we just don't have the answers yet is the website is still having problems.
Quit refreshing it. Give that hamster a chance to breathe.
I know. I'm DDoSing it, just wanting it to work.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
right
I don't know what to do. Like, should we just wrap it and say, hey, you know what? If it comes out, like, keep an eye on X. If you guys are on X, there might be something posted, but this could be 3 hours from now. Like, I don't know when this is going to happen. We're coming up on 2 hours. It's the worst thing that I could ever have wanted right now. Like, I wanted to celebrate with you guys. Don't leave.
Yeah,
I mean, we're there soon. Yeah, I mean, we could keep going.
I don't really want to share the S&P website because they're going to keep having this issue. By the time of our whatever we call SoFi Weekly now, we should know one way or another. The website should be up.
Good cross promoting.
Yeah.
It's not the SoFi Weekly. We talk about any general stock now. As Steve said,
what are we calling it now? I got Tech
anything weekly.
The FinTech Friday.
FinTech Friday. Thank you. Which is sometimes on Sunday.
Which is sometimes on Sunday, and sometimes we don't talk about fintechs.
That's why you should call it anything weekly, because anything goes. It can be any day about anything.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, Stock Weekly.
Dude, silver has been running.
Yeah, and I sold most of my silver too at 32. I'm upset about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a ton of it.
You sold all your physical silver?
Not all. No, I sold a good chunk.
Got you. Yeah, this sucks. Robinhood fell to $70.28. Trying to find some level of recovery there. Carvana is down 2.2%. The Trade Desk is flat again.
That is the stupidest company I've ever seen.
Carvana.
Have you checked out Carvana again? I mean, I thought that they were a meme stock, but they have executed lately.
There's some really somebody shared with me like when I included on my S&P 500 list, and I have not had a chance to look into any of it, but there's some very sketchy, not insider type of stuff, but essentially it's that they have a deal with a company that is buying their cars at a higher than normal premium, and it's because the dad of the other company owns it, and so they're supposedly getting a lot of sales from it. So I'm like, their financials look great, but I don't know. I'd just be careful with that and look into it if you guys have not. But it's certainly not a meme. Like there's enough legitimate stuff there. So
the sell-off continues, guys. AppLovin down 6%.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how Robinhood ran, and the main numbers were good, but not like ridiculously. Let's set a new all-time high if we get in the S&P 500. Good. It wouldn't shock me if we see about 10% down on Robinhood.
Oh, we're gonna hit a new low here. Are we?
New low?
Well, a new low for the after hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A new low of not even $69 a share.
Now, I do know a couple of folks that made the mistake of selling covered calls in Robinhood into the potential announcement. and those might have been exercised. Like I don't think that they made any other plans, and now they may be looking pretty good. So congratulations
Yeah.
to them if so.
People betting that they would not get in.
Well, in that case, I think they were just not thinking about it, and then they realized too late. A lot of times it's people that sell multiple weeks out in advance. So
Down 6% now.
yeah, not shocking. And I didn't realize too, like with this and Aries as well, there are two companies that were on the the hot list to potentially get in that are not in the S&P 400.
Aries Capital Corp.
Yeah.
Great company.
And the point, like, I think it's Bank of America analysts that caught this, is that usually when you're at the S&P 400, a lot of those same funds, they'll just be like, okay, out of the 400 into the 500, not too much buying. But when it's not in the S&P 400, it goes directly in the 500, there's substantially more buying. They estimated, I think it was 17% potential upside just from the institutional buying that they thought might need to happen, which is a big move. And we've seen that with a few names, but usually that's when it's a heavy retail name. Robinhood isn't. So, yeah, this also could have been funds that were like, man, if they get in, I don't want to wait until like 90. So, but there's always speculators and traders too. So, and hey, if this sell-off continues, like we get down to like 50, 40, 30, 20, yes, I'll buy more.
Dude, I really do think that if we don't get in this quarter, it could be a great buying opportunity. Once again, the website it's saying we'll be back soon again, like still. JJ, how can Roy affirm EM as a CEO?
I don't know an EM.
Oh, Elon Musk. He is a confirmed drug abuse. You know how I realized that EM was Elon Musk is because I read drug abuser, but I'm not suggesting anything, but I do know of the allegations. Was cool with Trump being with Epstein until he got mad at him. And 3, hasn't delivered on a product release on time in years. Are you serious?
I'm not sure what he's referring to. I have been critical of Elon Musk. I think that this beef is not good. I think Elon Musk is more right than Trump in this. Not in the way that he's doing things, but as far as accuracy. Trump is not accurate with numbers. So, and Elon Musk is not accurate on timelines. So both have flaws.
Yeah, I mean, the guy does send up and catch rockets. I'm going to trust his math that, this is going to worsen the deficit. I made a video on this yesterday. Like I'm watching all that unfold is the bear case for Tesla. Even though I think that it's wrong, you cannot have someone that is that political that hurts both sides of the aisle. I mean, that is a scary place to be as an investor.
I've actually mostly followed you, Tanner. I took some off the table. I took it off again like 3 different times, all in the 300s, thankfully, except for the last one was just right under 300.
And no one's laughing at my trade anymore, by the way.
My Tesla position is down, or is down to like 1% of my portfolio. So, yeah. I was initially
doesn't do math. He hires engineers. I'm aware of that, but his engineers are the ones that are telling him that or his paid people are the people that are telling him that the deficit's going to worsen.
Yeah, I was initially thinking when that beef happened, it's like, okay, if it's just like a normal rift, this is good for Tesla. This isn't normal. when you're hitting below the belt like they both are, it's like, okay, this is just bad for everybody except for maybe Tesla shorts and people that hate Trump and Musk. So, yeah.
Robinhood down 7%. By the way, it must be the most shocking thing that I've seen. 7% on no news yet.
Well, I think that people are starting to assume, and I don't think we can for sure. Well, okay, it's back up. Let's see.
Yeah, the website's back. I don't see a report yet.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they maybe just didn't do anything and their communication is lousy, but it's just a guess. So next time. Good thing, though, they got in Williams-Sonoma last quarter.
Dude, I am going to keep... I understand not rebalancing the S&P 500, okay? When's the last time they haven't rebalanced any of them? This is 1,500 names.
It's crazy.
1,500 names. You don't want to take one of them out? I mean, there must have been companies in that 1500 that have gone bankrupt in the last freaking quarter.
Well, here, I'll show you. Give me just a second, and then, well, give me 1 second. I'll be right.
Dude, Williams-Sonoma has to be the biggest. Like, everyone clowns on that name that got selected. What do you think, Steve? You're a user of their products, no?
I don't even know what Williams-Sonoma is.
They make the Juro coffee maker or whatever. You were
Oh, that
talking so highly about them. You big Williams-Sonoma fan?
We ended up getting rid of it. I had one for years.
So guys, people are saying it's 500 names. Yes, but there's 3 different indices that are expected to be the rebalancing announcements happen all at the same time. The Standard & Poor's 400 is for 400 mid-cap names. So names that don't get above 20 billion. Then they have the S&P Small Cap 600. Okay, so that's another 600 companies, and the S&P 500, which is the global standard. That's what everyone benchmarks to. That's the SPY. That's the 500 best companies in America. To say that none of the companies in the small caps, which I bet there were bankruptcies in the last quarter because there always is, the mid caps or the large caps and mega caps, that there's no changes. I don't believe that.
I think you may have to believe it, Tanner.
Yeah. No, there's almost 175 companies that are no longer qualified for the S&P 500 based on the market cap of entry of $20.5 billion. So there's plenty that could be removed. Now, usually they don't do that right when it first is ineligible, but yeah. Man, why can I not find your companies?
No way am I panicking about this 10% drop at all. To say that I am is crazy. I'm not panicking about it. I'm just saying that it is interesting that there's no report yet. I haven't done a single thing.
Good role model, Tanner.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't do was make sure I wasn't holding covered calls.
Oh, Steve, man. Calm down, Tanner. You're freaking out.
You had too much coffee, Tanner.
I have.
Okay.
Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, this is it. Okay, let me share this. You guys can look for yourself. This is zoomed in a little bit, but this is the 503 stocks in the S&P 500, and this is arranged by market cap. Let's do it the other direction.
But it's 503 because of things like Berk A, Berk B.
Yeah.
Google.
You can see things like Caesars here. Again, 20.5 billion is required to be in the S&P 500 as an entry. Doesn't mean you get removed if you go immediately under. But these guys have also lost profitability too. I mentioned that in-phase is probably going to be removed if this continues, just because they're so far under here, even though they are still profitable. And that might be a buying opportunity for those of us that want to get back in. Mohawk is another one that could easily go out. Invesco won't. Like, they're not going to kick it out. But there's plenty on here too. Generac possibly. Paramount Global. I mean, there's just a whole lot of companies that have been weak for a long time, that are not profitable, that are well under the market cap. And look how far we need to go. Let's see, 20.5 billion. Number 366 is PTC. I don't know what PTC is. They are technically not eligible for entry. Now, again, they don't get kicked out immediately, but yeah, there's plenty there and plenty of chaff that they could absolutely remove. And they really should. Like Caesars, is that going to turn around? No, it's not. It's done. In-phase, yeah, great company. It'll turn around at some point. So
yeah,
there should be usually about 3 they get out.
Yeah, that is interesting. No, we're happy with our picks. We don't want and I mean, at the end of the day, they are trying to acquire companies that still will go up, that have good quality. But I mean, Robinhood fits that list so well. Like next to no debt, tons of cash, fast growing.
And
I can't imagine that they don't want that long term.
Coinbase just got in, so obviously they're not crypto averse. So yeah, that's true. Coinbase just got in. But now, can you imagine if Coinbase was the difference between Robin? Like, they don't want to take on that much crypto. So they're like, sorry, guys, you were a month too late. Then they picked the wrong company, although Coinbase is a good company. But yeah. I'm guessing at this point, website's up, no announcement. I guess they don't do anything. And honestly, they need to get it together as far as their technology and their picks. No more Williams-Sonoma. Get rid of that grandma pick. Pick amazing companies that are good and positioned. If you want to diversify, at least pick good ones to diversify in. Post on Twitter. Post on other things as well. And don't have a potato for a server. So if you guys are listening, I know they're not, but they probably don't know what YouTube is yet, honestly.
Yeah. Next interview I'm going to have on is with the S&P Global CEO. No. Guys,
All right.
we're going to leave it there. We're going to hold it in a sort of tentative oh, sorry. I started seeing green candles on Robinhood. I was like, please no. Like, not while I'm doing an outro. I am doing a show with Roy down here and Steve. We're going to be talking about other companies. If by that point that we get an update, make sure to come back to that stream. If you guys want to follow anyone else on this screen right here, Steve to my right at Dividend Streams. Roy, you can see his X down there, or my X right here, or YouTube, whatever. Thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate the support and everyone showing up. It's been absolutely a lot of fun. However, it would have been a cherry on top if we could also get these famous names into the Standard & Poor's Index. Maybe one day. Maybe 2 day. Maybe we just don't get the article yet.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to update whenever we get it. But bye for now.